This is digital poster 2802. Magic Angle Directional Imaging MADI visualizes changes to collagen fiber orientation in patellar tendons after freezing. And presenting is Karen Chappell. I have no financial interests or relationships to disclose. Introduction. Tissues can be preserved by freezing to lengthen their use. Like microscopy, a fresh tendon shows collagen fibers tightly packed and grouped into bundles, whilst freeze-thawed tendon shows splitting and fragmentation of the collagen fibers with wider intrafibular gaps. Freezing then thawing does not appear to alter MR image quality unless it's repeated too often. One group measured a decrease in T2 star after a single freeze-thaw cycle that could indicate a loss of structural and material properties. The research questions for this study were: does a freeze-thaw cycle change tendon collagen fiber orientation, and can those changes be detected by MRI? Method. We used 2 fresh goat knees that were scanned, then frozen at -20 degrees for either 3 or 6 weeks before thawing to be rescanned. The 2 time points were chosen to reflect the changes in collagen fiber bundles noted by Teixeira et al. The knees were scanned on a 3 Tesla MRI scanner in the head coil using a 3D T1 flash sequence at 9 orientations to the magnetic field. Volumes were registered and aligned before standard deviation maps were computed to identify collagen-containing voxels. Fiber orientation maps of the segmented patellar tendon before and after freezing were computed using MATLAB. Voxel glyphs showing net collagen fiber orientations for the patellar tendons were computed using ParaView. Comparison of the fiber orientation maps and glyphs before and after freezing at 2 time points are visualized. Results. No changes to MR image quality were seen, though at 6-week tendon thinning and bone changes were noted. In the sagittal and coronal fiber orientation maps, segmented voxels decrease by around half after freezing. You can see in both the frozen coronal fiber orientation maps, voxel voids appear. These indicate areas where the magic angle effect has disappeared. There are more voids formed after 6 weeks of freezing. ParaView glyph visualizations of the tendons before and after freezing demonstrate a change in thickness and damage to the internal tendon structure, which is more pronounced at 6 weeks. The longer the tendon is frozen, the more damage occurs to the internal structure. Discussion. We detected alterations to the goat patellar tendon structure after freezing, with an increase in time frozen leading to less voxels being segmented and a greater number of voxel voids arising within the tendon. Ice crystal formation causes swelling, splitting, and fragmenting of collagen fiber bundles, significantly altering the structure of normal tendon. To conclude, intrafibular gaps increased after freezing, and collagen fiber bundles split and fragment, making them harder to assess with magic angle directional imaging. The longer the tissue was frozen, the more severe the structural changes. It is not advisable to increase tissue longevity by freezing, nor perform repeatability experiments on freeze-thawed tissue, as measurable changes may occur. It may be useful to look at shorter freezing periods, faster freezing methods less prone to ice crystal formation, and colder storage temperatures in the future. Finally, I'd just like to acknowledge all these wonderful people who made this study possible. Thank you.